Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone.
You can't be serious.
But I tell you, Mary, some women at the well were talking today, and they said that the Sanhedrin won't tolerate Jesus' nonsense anymore. How can you just stand there so unfeeling?
But Madeline...
Sorry, but I just don't think that any good will come out of this.
But how can you or I know what God's plan is? Remember, he is my son.
Mary, they've done it. The chief priest came and took Jesus. Even Peter swung his sword and cut off the ears of one of the fellows. Jesus put his ear back on and it stopped bleeding just like that.
But where's my son?
They took him to the house of the chief priest. I saw him go in here and I ran here to tell you.
Which way did he go?
No, you cannot go there. He wouldn't like you to see him this way.
What way?
No, Mary, just stay right here. I'll be back when I get some more information. I'll come tell you.
I'll make some tea. It's going to be a long night.
It was indeed a long night. In the morning, it was John who brought word that Jesus had appeared before Pilate, who had in turn sent him to Herod, who had returned him to Pilate.
They still tried to let him go.
Well, couldn't he?
No, they kept yelling and crying for Jesus' blood.
That's where they...
Yes, Mary, they've crucified him.
I must go now.
The streets of the city were empty. They passed no one as they stumbled up the hill. Everyone had gone to the crucifixion. At last, they reached the fringes of the crowd. Mary kept her eyes lowered, unable to look at the people who were seated on the ground, eating lunches with the holiday air. As they pushed through the standing throngs, every now and then someone would recognize them.
There's one of them now, and his mother, and that Harley who's always chasing him. She's got a nerve.
At last, they reached a small clearing near the foot of the cross. Mary looked up at the tall young man, her eyes searching his face, which was shadowed and hung upon his breast. Her gaze shifted to the hands where the metal spikes had been pounded into his feet. With horrible fascination, she watched the slow, dark drip of his blood stain the wood below.
Jesus, my son, my baby boy.
Mother, why have you come? Please don't cry. It will be all right. Soon, I'll need somebody to take care of it after I'm gone. Will you promise me?
You know I will.
It is finished.
My baby boy is gone.
Just then there was a sudden darkening of the sky, a sound of thunder coming closer. The sun, so unbearably hot, disappeared and the wind arose. The earth quivered underfoot. Suddenly, as the crowd watched in open-mouthed horror, a bolt of lightning hurtled from the sky straight forward the temple. Stones were thrown afar and the veil of the temple was torn into two.
Surely this was the Son of God. Heaven help us now.
But Mary was looking up at Jesus, not seeing a mangled body sagging on a tortured stake, but remembering the bright figure of an angel who had come to her before Jesus was born. She remembered her fright of this heavenly being, and then, the worst fear of all, he had told she would bear the Son of God and bring him to young manhood. Her face burned again with the shame she had felt at what people were going to say, since everyone knew she and Joseph had not yet taken their final vows. But when the child had been born in that unlikely barn in Bethlehem, and she had seen him, how little had mattered what anyone said.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the tomb.
Do you dare? I mean, with all the soldiers. What are you carrying?
Spices, I thought they might let me in since I'm his mother.
I'll never understand you. One minute you let people trample over you. The next, Caesar's soldiers can't keep you away. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go with you.
Nonsense, go home.
No, I'm coming with you.
Okay, just be quiet.
I wonder what's the matter.
He looked frightened.
He really was. Mary, greetings from your son, Jesus the Christ. That's true. And now I'm here to tell you that he is no longer among the dead. He arose not long ago and asked me to tell you when you came that he has arisen, is living right now, and will see you later. Did you hear that?
He's alive!
Oh, Mary, let's go tell John and the others. Won't they be surprised?
No, not yet. You go on, I'll wait here for a little bit. But I still don't understand.
Humans can't expect to understand the ways of God, but I can tell you this. God has always required a blood sacrifice for sin. Now Jesus has become that sacrifice for sin, for once and for all, for everybody. Not only that, but your Son has made death nothing more than passing from this life to another. In the ages to come, when he sets up his kingdom and becomes the promised king, everyone will praise his name.
God, we thank you for living for us. But what's most important is that you died.